All right, so we've set our goals and our targets. We've gotten clear on our message so we can make sure everything we put out resonates. The next really important thing is to make sure that your website, your hub, is built to convert. The fact is all of the marketing that you do offline and online leads back to your website. Whether it's from radio ads, TV ads, billboard ads, your trucks that are out in the field, your ad that's in the local flyer or the local circular at the church, your SEO, your pay-per-click, it all points to the website. And if your website isn't built to convert at the highest level possible, you're going to be leaving money on the table, right? And so that's why every year we come back to this whole topic. How do we make sure our website is optimized to convert at the highest level possible? And so, Kevin, I'm glad you just chimed in because we're going to use your website as an example of what I think is a great example of a website that's truly built to convert. And so we're gonna pull this up. I'm going to kind of talk through it, and I'd love to hear from you guys that want to be an example. So start thinking about your being the example. So a couple things you want to do to make sure your website is built to convert. The first, and I think one of the most powerful, is to make sure that you're tapping into authenticity. Right? I showed you the Schuler Services website where we had a picture of the team and a picture of the owner. Same thing here on landings. We got a picture of the owner front and center. We got a phone number in the top right-hand corner, and then we've got messaging above the fold. So if we take this full panel, we've got messaging above the fold that answers their main questions and their main fears. Never an overtime charge. Legendary lifetime furnace guarantee. That's a massive point of distinction that nobody else in his area is offering. Free second opinions, right? So we've gotten straight to the point, phone number in the top right-hand corner, when we're available for service, talking about our online reputation, never an overtime charge. This is all within the main panel, and the ability to engage with somebody in chat. And this is like a massive trend we're going to be talking about on today's session, but the fact is your customer is less and less interested in having a conversation with you on the phone than they were in the past, right? Eventually, they're going to have to talk to somebody to get scheduled. I believe there's a shift, and apps like Service Titan and House Call Pro are trying to make it so that people can schedule right into your system without having to talk to you. I think that's right on the cusp of being a massive change in what you need to do to make sure your website is built to convert. But for now, if you can start a conversation via chat, you can reduce the resistance to talk to somebody. And so having a chat box like this, we found to be a massive driver of conversion. And this is powered by Home Service Chats. We do a lot of business with them. We find that they're experts in the plumbing and HVAC space, so they understand the verbiage, they understand the struggles your customers are having, and they can engage at a different level than like an outsourced chat from India or something like that. So I highly recommend Home Service Chats for bumping your conversion rate. Kind of having multimedia and video that greet the person, that answer their questions, that answer their fears. Having lots of messaging that's not about the technical, but really is more focused on why, right? Friendly experts, fast response, upfront service, one stop, honest advice, competitive pricing, right? And just making sure that your website is written really more about the customer and their needs than about you and your stuff. So I mean, these are some just some great insights on how to make sure your website is optimized for conversion. And I want to share kind of like what can happen when you transition a website from poor conversion to good conversion. So we started working with Kevin, I guess it's going on like 3 or 4 years now. And when he started with us, this is what his website looked like. If we use the power of archive.org, we can see it was a very generic website, didn't have any personality or authenticity, didn't really speak to why somebody should choose them versus the competition to what it looks like today. And really what I want to show is the impact that this can have. So they had a good site. I mean, they had a good presence, and they still do. The lion's share of Kevin's business still today comes from his brand and his recognition in Fargo, where he's based. But we noticed a massive increase just in the change in website because he was getting visitors, but they weren't converting at the level they could. A big bump from 55 to when we put the website live to 317. And that's just the impact all of the traffic you get to your website by getting good conversion elements in place can have in the number of calls and the number of leads and the number of sales that you get. And so this is just, this is Kevin's KPI board from this month from internet marketing. He generated 997 leads. You'll notice a lot of them straight from Google Maps, some of them from organic. He doesn't do paid search, so it comes to an average of $2.50 per lead. Now, I want to stress, he's got a great brand. He does lots of radio. He's really well recognized in that market. So a lot of it comes from that. But having a good website that's built to convert can really have a massive impact on the number of leads that you get. And so in your workbook, I've got this great little cheat sheet that kind of outlines the key things you want to make sure you have in place from a wireframe perspective, like where the logo goes, where the phone number goes, making sure that you've got testimonials and social proof on the site. So definitely go through your website with a fine-tooth comb to compare, like, is your website truly built to convert? And I want you really to take a couple minutes here and think, because that's what we're trying to do, not just fill our heads with information, but really think and come up with key insights. Does your website speak to your target avatar? Like, does it address their fears and concerns and why they should choose you? Does it have real authentic imagery? So that's pictures of your team, pictures of your staff, multimedia, like either you or the team or somebody on the team speaking to them, welcoming to the website and explaining that in a multimedia way. I like to see a welcome video for each of the services, a video explaining clearly why they should choose you versus the competition. Does it showcase your online reviews and the number of testimonials you have from happy customers, not just on the site, but from like the people that wrote about you on Google and the people that wrote about you on Yelp can have a major impact on conversion. Are the fundamentals in place? That means, is the phone number in the top right-hand corner? Does the website have an easy click-to-call button from a mobile perspective? And are you leveraging chat, which is just a great way to improve the conversion rate? We find that for the number of visitors coming from a website without chat, it can increase your conversion by up to 30%. So 30% more leads just by having that chat box and giving people the opportunity to engage via text as opposed to having to call, especially for the first interaction. So I want to use a couple of you guys as guinea pigs. I'll pull up your website. We'll kind of look at it through the lens of what we just talked about and help you identify what are the key things you should do in order to improve your conversion rate. All right, lots of people volunteering. I love it. I'm going to do Andrew's Heat and Cool. And all right, so I think this looks super professional. This is Andrew's Heating and Cooling. Where are you based? In Rock Hill, South Carolina. And it looks like to me like a pretty nice site. Phone number in the top right-hand corner, professional logo, honesty, dependability, trust, kind of speaking to why somebody should choose you versus the competition. The one thing that stands out to me, and of course, hopefully this is instructive for all of you as you look at this, is that this is it's kind of a stock image, right? And this is a friendly family, kids looking at the mom, but it's not authentic, right? There's real people behind your company, you, your team. People want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So I would say, having this hero image be your team, that way they can know, like, and trust you, would improve conversion. I've seen it time and time again. We do have the picture, I guess, of you guys down here. I'd love to see some more of you guys up here. Let's see. So kind of text heavy here. We do have an ability to fill out an online form. We do have some reviews scrolling across. So I'd say it's pretty good. A couple things that you can plus one this. A little more personality and authenticity. Click to call video, like a click video where they can hear, hey, welcome to the website. We're a full service, blah, blah, blah. This is why people choose us. Like that's pretty engaging on a plumbing and HVAC website. And then having a chat function where somebody can engage with you, get their questions answered, and kind of start that conversation can really help with conversion. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for reviewing your website, or for letting us review your website. I'm going to do a plumbing one, and then we're going to move forward. We got tons of people putting themselves in here, and I appreciate you doing that. Christian, our Director of Business Development, is on the call. If you could, Christian, just grab all of these websites. If we don't reference you on the live session, we'll follow up with you and we'll do something right away to help you at least get some suggestions on how to make your website potentially convert better. Okay, so this is Trinity Home Services in Louisiana. I thought it was a plumbing company, but that's fine. So we got a logo in the top right-hand corner. We got a lot going on up here. I mean, to me, we want to keep the above the fold as I think this looks awesome. So I'm not disparaging anything. I think we want to keep it clean. So when we have tons of logos up here, like what's the benefit for you as the plumbing HVAC contractor to get them to click on your Facebook and stuff like that? I would say bring that down the fold. Your address isn't nearly as important to your clients as your phone number or the link. So I think some of this stuff might be gumming up the works a little bit. It's a cleaner. Just get your phone number in the top right-hand corner and get your logo. Can really help. I think obviously this is an image of maybe downtown, which is cool. But my stance, I think you'd be better served to have a picture of your team. That way they get to know the people behind the operation. So we got some special offers and incentives. The other thing I'll point out, and this is hopefully for everybody to learn, not just you specifically, like above the fold here, we're not speaking about why somebody should choose Trinity versus the competition. We're talking about your services, electrical, heating, generators. Love it, like some kind of headline, same-day service, the best guarantee in the industry. Something about why me, as a homeowner, should contact and do business with you. We talk about the services. So, I mean, again, it looks good. I would want to see some multimedia, like a video of the owner welcoming. I'd like to see a little bit more personality here, maybe pictures of the team, pictures of the staff, some messaging that speaks specifically to why somebody should choose you versus the competition, and then I would say definitely some type of chat function where somebody can start that conversation. What 3 things will you implement to make sure your hub can convert at the highest level possible?